Hello and welcome. My name is Christy and I'm a reference and technology librarian at the Public Library of Brookline, and I'm here today to show you how to set up and use some of our additional tools that come with the library's Cricut Explore and Maker machines. But wait, if you got to this video without watching our Getting Started with Cricut Machines video first, pause right here and head over to brklib.com/Cricut to learn about the basic setup and cutting process, which you'll need to be familiar with in order to follow along with this video. Okay, are you back? Let's get started. To follow along, you'll need a Cricut Explore or Cricut Maker kit from the library, a computer with a USB port or Bluetooth enabled smartphone, a design to cut, I'll be creating my own from a PNG image, and some paper or cardstock to cut. Depending on your project, you might also want the library's Cricut Maker Specialty Toolkit, which includes 9 additional tools for use with the Cricut Maker machine. The knife blade, the deep point blade, the rotary blade, the bonded fabric blade, and a quick swap housing with a scoring wheel, engraving blade, debossing tip, wavy blade, and perforation blade. To change out the tools on the quick swap housing, simply press down the small silver button on the top of the tool and pull off the existing tip. Then, still holding the button down, insert the housing into the new tip, releasing the button when it's fully seated. If the tip you're using is sharp, be sure to cover it with one of the clear plastic safety guards before following these steps. Remember, the Cricut software will prompt you with the recommended tool or tools based on your project, but if you'd like to learn more about what exactly you can do with all these tools, just visit help.cricut.com to see all the manufacturer's guides and tutorial videos. Today, I'll be showing you how to create a place card, which uses the Cricut's cutting, writing, and scoring functions. I've already hooked up my machine to my computer and logged into the Cricut design application, and I'm just going to quickly upload my blank place card design. You could also create a similar design using the basic shapes in the Cricut workspace. Now I'm going to add a scored line to the center of my place card so it's easy to fold. Under the Shapes option in the sidebar, select Score Line to insert it into your project. You can resize and rotate the score line using the handles or toolbar options, just like you would any other shape in the Cricut workspace. I want the line to run exactly down the center of my design, so I'm going to drag a selection box around both the score line and my place card design, then choose the Align option in the top toolbar and select Center horizontally and then Center vertically. The score line appears as a dashed black line, so you might want to change the material color on your project to make it easier to preview. With the place card design selected, I can change the material color under the Operation option in the top toolbar. Just keep in mind that the Cricut will sort your finished projects into mats by color, so you'll want to make sure that all your project components are the same color if you want to cut them out of a single sheet of material. You'll notice that this Operation option is also the place where you can change the type of line you'd like to create. Basic, wavy, or perforated cuts, or pen, scored, embossed, or engraved drawn lines. You can select any of these options for any of the objects in the Cricut workspace, both your custom designs and the pre-made ones from the sidebar. Just keep in mind that depending on the option you choose and the material you're cutting, some of these options may require tools not included in the library's kits. Now I'm going to add my name to the place card for the Cricut to write using one of the fine point pens included in the library's Cricut kits. First, I'll select Text from the left sidebar, and then I'm going to pick Cricut Sans as the font and Writing as the style. There are other writing fonts available for the Cricut, but they're usually part of the paid Premium Access subscription. Next, I'll type my name into the text box that's been generated. Now I can drag my name into the center of my place card. Once again, I'm going to drag a selection around all my objects and center them horizontally to each other. I can also group the objects together so they can be moved as a unit. Now it might look like we're ready to cut our project, but if I click Make It now, you'll notice all the pieces get scrambled across our preview. This is because the group option only temporarily links your components together in the workspace. So when you get to the preview, the Cricut automatically tries to arrange them all as efficiently as possible. In order to cut, score, and draw them all as a single object, we'll actually need to select all of our objects, right-click the selection, and choose Attach. Now this time when I choose Make It, the preview looks the way I want my design to look, and I can choose Continue and select my material. I'll be cutting my place card out of a medium weight cardstock. Now the software will tell us which tools to load into our machine. If you see a tool you don't have, don't panic, there may be another option. For example, by default, the software is recommending that I load the scoring wheel into Clamp B. But if I were using a Cricut Explorer and so didn't have the scoring wheel, I could choose Edit Tools and change my scoring tool to the scoring stylus instead, which comes in all of the library's basic Cricut kits. You'll also notice that the fine point blade is listed in a box as coming up. The Cricut can hold one pen and one tool at a time, so if your project requires more tools than that, the box will list the other tools you need to have ready to swap in mid-cut. Don't worry, the software will guide us through that process too. Open up the fine point pen you'd like to use and unclamp Clamp A, the left side clamp. Now you can insert the pen in the tube on top until it clicks into place. If you're using the scoring stylus in place of the scoring wheel, this is also where that tool will go. When the pen is seated, just press the clamp shut to hold it in place. The process is almost the same for Clamp B, except this clamp opens all the way up for us to install our tool. Undo the clamp, remove the existing tool, and replace it with the one recommended by the software. If you're using the Cricut Maker, you may have to line up a gear component on the top of your tool with the one on the machine before pressing the clamp shut. That's it. Now we can load our material and press the glowing Cricut button, just like we would on a normal cut. Let the Cricut do its thing until the software lets you know that it's time to swap out the tool. Then open up the indicated clamp, insert the indicated tool, and reclose the clamp. Press the glowing C button on the machine again to finish up your project, then unload your material and recap the Cricut pen. Remove your finished project from the mat and enjoy easy, crisp folds created by the scoring tool. As always, be sure to remove any paper scraps from the cutting mat and replace the protective cover sheet. You're ready to get crafting! If you'd like to learn more about everything the Cricut can do, including using all the other tools included in our specialty kit, just visit help.cricut.com for more information and tutorial videos. And don't forget to check out all the tools and machines in our ideaSPACE collection at brklib.com/ideaSPACE. Thanks for following along and happy making. Bye-bye.